Um, Independence is a factor that brings into play creativity. Man transforms the world and carves out his destiny purposefully and consciously because he wants to live and develop as the master of the world and his destiny free from the restrictions. I'm going to go like this, so that way it doesn't wiggle side to side for you guys anymore. It's just a little smaller. Is this still fine to read? I think it'll be harder to read if I have it wiggling side to side. Still fine? Okay. Creativity ensures the realization of independence. Man can translate. Oh, creativity ensures the realization of independence. Man can translate independence into reality as he has creativity. The fuller he gives play to creativity, the better he can put independence into practice. Consciousness is a prerequisite for independence and creativity. It ensures the display of independence and creativity. It regulates all the moments and processes of human activities and governs the level and degree of the exhibition of independence and creativity. This is just more explaining how independence, creativity, and consciousness work together. Independence is the ability to transform the world around us and like the ability to make the world better. Creativity is the different ways that we do that, and then consciousness is the ability to plan it. So in order to do all of that, you have to, in order to transform the world creatively and come up with unique solutions to the problems in the world, you have to be able to plan ahead and think about it in advance. You have to have consciousness. 18. I gotta start taking notes. Yes. There will be a quiz on Juche ideology in the Discord. Actually, I forgot to finish the combat liberalism quiz. I should combat my own liberalism and finish that quiz. Because I was trying to type a new question in and I accidentally refreshed the page without saving it, and so it erased everything. And then I just didn't finish. I didn't redo it. But I should make a Juche quiz, like a Juche quiz too. Yeah, I was on question 4, so it wasn't even far in, but it was far enough in that I didn't want to. Messing with bots is annoying. I didn't want to start over right then. 18. Why are independence, creativity, and consciousness called social attributes? Independence, creativity, and consciousness are the social attributes that are formed and developed in socio-historical course. They are not given to man by nature. They are unthinkable apart from man's highly developed organism, but the organism itself does not produce them. Independence, creativity, and consciousness did not exist in any embryonic form before society came into being. Man could possess them in the course of forming a social community and living in it. They are the requirements and reflection of social life and social practice. They develop constantly as social life and social practice do. Ready for a quiz? Yeah, 100% or you get banned. It was the Principles of Communism quiz. I was mostly just having it set up. I had it set up just to see if the troll had even read it, which the troll never showed back up anyways. I ended up just like banning him later on without saying anything, but it was mostly there just to see if he had even read it. But I guess it could be fun for us to just play a quiz game every once in a while. Um, we developed the. This is just the. Is this the theory of evolution? Is this a theory? This is how we got smart over time, and as we developed, we started to interact with each other. We built a city. Is that what this is? It's this is dialectical and historical materialism. This is we engage with the world and we change the world because of the our solutions to conflicts that arise in it. Oh, thank you, Heggles. In Hegel's master-servant dialectic, he says that to achieve self-consciousness, man has to see himself in an other that also recognizes his consciousness. He understands that there's an other, not him, and feels threatened. They enter a struggle to death, but they can't kill each other as they depend on the other for recognition. So they enter a bond where one is a master and the other is the servant. Let me read it one more time. In Hegel's master-servant dialectic, he says that to achieve self-consciousness, we have to see ourselves in an other that also recognize... Yeah, does this say that I have to imagine myself as an op who wants to kill me? Me waiting for an answer. This just says that we can perceive other people and we need them to perceive us as well, right? The master is enjoying the fruits of the servant's labor while the servant puts himself in the world that reflects him. We will do a Hegel's. We will have to do a Hegel's. A translate Hegel's day. This is. I have to say, this is so much harder than to understand than Juche so far. In the world, the servant gets to experience self-consciousness while the master is dependent on him. And we are both in this dialectic. We're both the master and the servant, right? There's two wolves inside of me. Kind of that, but you can imagine as something bigger. The bourgeois and the proletariat. Oh, so in master servant, the people are the servants and then the master are the bourgeois? Two Hegels inside of you. Copy. Thank you. Wolf theory. There are two wolves inside of you. One is the bourgeois, one is the proletariat. And you must ensure that the proletariat wolf wins. Is Hegel's who we were reading when we were talking about utopian socialism on Madeline's stream? Was that not socialism scientific or utopian? Was it not Engels? I think it was. I think it was Engels. I'm gonna read... No, I don't think it was the book. Did she read... Or she, sorry, they... Did they read, Hegel's? They didn't read Hegel. Hegel's? I know, I just think of Hegel's as Hegel's big dialecticals now, by the way. So you are Hegel reincarnated. If I am to be Lenin. You seem to be the one who understands Hegel here. You did this to yourself. We're almost done with Juche time, and then we'll pick up on this next Saturday. We did Hegel one day because I finally figured out Hegel's big dialectical's username. I fear I confused everyone more. You did, but it's good to be confused because we got smarter as a result of it. I'm gonna read number 19 now. What is the essence of the world defined by the Juche idea? The Juche idea has newly provided a man-centered outlook on the world. The essence of the world the Juche idea has expounded is that the world is dominated and transformed by man. It's just, yeah, so the world's relationship is that it is under our control. Right? That's what that says. Oh. Oh, Drig's still here. Hello, Drig, and hello, Nur, right? Thank you for lurking. 20. What does it mean that the world is dominated by man? That the world is dominated by man means that nature and society are the objects which are in the service of translating his demand for independence and interests into reality. Man is a special being who is superior and the most powerful in the world. There is no relation of dominating and being subject to between all the material beings that comprise nature and society, but a simple one of being dependent on and restricting each other. The relationship between man and the surrounding world, however, is not the one of being simply dependent on and restricting each other, but that of dominating and being subject to. That the world is dominated by man does not necessarily mean that all of the things and phenomena in the world are actually dominated by man. There are still myriads of things and phenomena in the world that are out of human domination. More and more of them will be put under human control as the demand for independence and creative ability of man grow with the development of human history. So there are still things that we haven't figured out how to fix that are like things that are negative experiences that the world has that we haven't figured out yet with our creative ability and independence, how to turn those into beneficial things for society. But we will do that as history develops and society grows. 21. What does it mean that the world is transformed by man? And I'll probably read this one and then we'll watch that video, learn more Hegel, and then move on to loyal citizens after that. 21. What does it mean that the world is transformed by man? That the world is transformed by man means that the world becomes the object that is transformed and used in line with the man's demand by his purposeful and conscious activities. The transformation of the world by man is not the change of the world in general, but the development of the world that man carries out himself in line with his demand for independence and interests. Only man has a creative capacity to transform the world, and the world is transformed and developed into the one that serves man only by man's positive action and role. That the world is transformed by man does not mean that all the changes in the world are actually made by man. There are an awful lot of motions and changes of material beings in the world that happen spontaneously free from human action. The scope of man's transformation of the world, however, steadily expands as man develops into a more powerful being and his role is enhanced. It was Engels. Madeline is running from reading Hegel like the devil is running from the cross. And I am making an effort, but acknowledging that I don't understand Hegel. Hegel is hard to read. Oh, I have coffee still. Let's see. Yeah. We are going to move on to watching that video. Let me just fix it. I'm going to write down, we are starting at number 22 the next time we pick up